Whoa. This drop is gonna feel amazing. What you are looking at here is the aftermath of riding Whistler on my 300mm Boostmonster huck bike. I won't give you any spoilers other than that the bike obviously survived, but I think the real question is, did Whistler survive the Boostmonster? Well, we're gonna find out. Now, when it comes to my rear shock setup, I actually put on the 500-pound spring this time, because if you remember the last time, my 550-pound spring was rubbing against the shock.
It sucks.
I'm hoping that won't happen with the 500, so let's just try this out. We're at Whistler finally with the Boostmonster, riding with Josh and Kurt. So this is gonna be a super epic day. We're going up Garbanzo right now. Can't wait to see what we can do with this bike. Yeah, I'm just super excited. You know, just rebuilding the fork recently with Josh and trying the EXT shock. It's a really good shock, so. Yes, we did rebuild this fork just a couple days before, mainly because one of the seals never worked, so we had to replace that anyways. Also, I really wanted to try and see if we could open up the cartridges, but we couldn't figure that out. I was really curious to see if everything's working well inside, so I don't know, we'll see if we can figure that out another time. I'm just really excited to see what we can do with this bike. Okay, I need to get a picture with me with the bike. Nice and cool up here, it's beautiful. Love it. 2 o'clock, finally starting riding. Oh my goodness.
It's a rad super monster.
Thanks, man.
Except shivers.
Right on,
Yeah.
shivers are sick, yeah. Let's hit it up. All right, first laps on the super monster. Oh, this is so sick. We did get a pretty late start to the day today, 2 p.m. as I was saying, and we are finally riding. I hope to have time to ride a lot of different kinds of trails here to test this bike on. It's smooth, I gotta say. You see, these trails will be some of the fastest trails I've ridden this bike on. Also the rockiest, so it's a bit of a new environment to test out how does my suspension feel, as well as what kind of air pressure should I have in my tires, all that kind of stuff. Feeling good. Right now, I'm going with a pretty typical 28 PSI in the rear and 25 in the front. Oh man, feels so good. But by the end of the day, I will be changing my mind on that and learning a couple other things. I want to be careful on some of these corners though, with all this weight and momentum. Don't want to slide off. That's the thing. Just got to get used to cornering with this thing, you know? High center of gravity. Suspension feels great.
How's she feel?
Good. Original Sin is a fast, single black tech trail. I think it'll be a lot of fun on this bike. So for those new here, or if you just don't quite know what the heck I'm doing with a crazy bike like this, honestly, I'm just trying to create the greatest freeride downhill bike in the world. As far as I'm concerned, more suspension equals more fun, and you cannot get any more than 8 inches of travel on any mountain bike these days, basically. While 12 inches is quite the jump up, and you could say it's very excessive, I want to see how well I can get this to ride. I think there's a lot of potential here, and I'm going after it. Oh. Okay. My coil is
Not feeling good?
It was starting to rub again. That's what I was afraid of. Like, why is that?
Are you gonna go do it, or?
Yeah, what the heck, we'll just check it out.
Alright.
Alright, let's check out Shalemaster. I was definitely not planning on riding Shalemaster on the first run of the day, but I don't know, I guess I was just feeling up for it. We don't really have all day, so maybe let's just send it.
Can you roll it, or do you have to pull? Think you're going for it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sweet. This will be Curtis's first time ever trying this. Sick. Man, yeah, typically I've always gone like on this far left side. I'm kind of curious about going even here, but what the heck. Drop again! Woo! Yo, that's hilarious, dude.
Hell yeah, right on.
Go.
Thanks. What? Whoa! Sick. Sick. There's a few times my something's harsh on the front end. Like there's just like a clunk on like the front. It's a sudden impact. I don't know. So let's do filthy ape here. Since we just did Shalemaster, I guess we might as well do this Proline rock roll. Okay, dropping in. Of course, I have to drop it, right? Oh, that was like close to a bottom out.
That was sick.
Oh,
I think it was harsh on the rear end.
You think? Just a little harsh.
Yeah, I used a lot of travel there. The fork was good. I think it was the rear that didn't feel the smoothest. Oh my goodness. And I'm about to find out just why it didn't feel so smooth on the rear end there. Oh,
Did I hear flat?
oh, it's leaking.
Yeah, definitely.
The rear is leaking. It's a tube in the rear.
Oh.
The front's tubeless though. I was thinking it might have been from the big drop.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's why, I don't know, that's why I don't know if I need to go so crazy first run.
For sure.
Is what happens. Because normally the creekside chair is open. I don't.
Yeah.
This isn't good. In my car. Because like I don't have any backpack on me. I was supposed to bring a backpack. Forgot it. Yeah, my back tire is flat, man. I was thinking that I might have damaged something in the rear tire from that landing.
I mean, you yanked from there.
Yeah.
You dropped the whole thing.
My fork took it super well, but...
I could see that. I'm sure the fork loved that.
And so begins my epic descent down the mountain. The boys even decided to graciously come down with me. And since Creekside Gondola is closed, I have to go all the way to the Fitz chair. Then I can ride down. I replaced my tube in the parking lot, and trying to get back on this wire bead tire is a real pain.
How does it feel?
Honestly, the best feel I ever get with this thing is when you like land like a big drop.
Yeah.
Just like it's just so cushy, right?
Feels like
It's so good. So like drops are like the #1 best thing on this way, as you'd probably expect.
Yeah. That's so big.
Yeah, I know. See, where do you want? Oh, okay, you got some other autographs? Sick.
Yeah.
Right on. That's sweet.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
Right on. At this point, it's 5 o'clock, and I'm just going on my second run. Today is a bit of a gong show, but now I just want to hit some jumps. Should we send it? We're gonna send it.
Let's do it.
Let's finally ride some frickin' trails, like A-line. That was awkward. So I'm starting to realize I may need to use higher air pressures in my tires. So this time around I put 30 PSI in the rear, and I'm still going with just 26 in the front. I think it's especially necessary at rocky places like Whistler. I never really seem to have problems at my local mountains though. Ninja Cougar, fade to black. Oh, beautiful birds. Yeah. All right. Well, we got some riding in. Conditions are really good. Like Technoir, yeah, sure.
Nothing too scary.
sick. That's cool. That worked well on this one.
That's such a good route.
I like it.
I was a little bit gnarly blind.
I'm gonna see if I can try that gap. I've never done it yet. Wait, nope. Not on this bike. Can't ride that the same. Want more momentum, wider handlebars. All right. There we go. That was quite the lap. That's that works my arms, man.
My hands are feeling it.
Yo.
Yeah, nice 8-ball there. You're shivering. Pretty sick, dude.
Yo. Yo, thanks. I needed another chance at the Garbanzo zone, so we headed all the way up again, and I really want to see how this bike can do on some of these gnarly tech trails. I'm really hoping it can work well.
Man, those things are tanks.
Yeah, they are.
I used to have an 888, that's a friend.
Triple 8s are good. All right, let's do original sin here. This is different. Ah, frick, that's close too. All right, I made it. That was sick. Yo, watch out. So that was actually kind of surprising to me. I almost never clear that little jump because of how techy it is lining up into it. It's kind of gnarly. The last time I did it was on a 29er Scott Gambler when I was riding with Nico Vink back in 2019. And I've tried doing it on my Rocky Mountain Maiden and I've still not been able to clear it. Oh, shit. Pretty interesting that the two bikes I've been able to do it on is a modern 29er DH bike or the 26-inch Huck bike Boostmonster.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Like just barely, I had to like really like pop up and then like lean down. On this one section of trail, I was able to go a bit faster on my Boostmonster compared to my Maiden from last year, but admittedly only for this section of trail though. The goal would be to have this Boostmonster actually be faster overall on a lot of different black and double black diamond tech trails. So we'll see if that can be done. Just like spoiled with all this travel. Ooh. Okay, that was a bit harsh. Right, the freaking fork feels so harsh on some of that. So weird. So as you can see, this fork is not liking some of these quick but small, sudden, harsh impacts. It definitely thrives on the big landings though. Now that's not ideal. I'm gonna see if I can get this figured out, because I don't recall the regular Monster T having this issue. Right on.
This bike is awesome, man.
Thanks, dude.
Super monster.
Heck yeah, dude. Woo.
Wow. You went high on that, man. That was sick.
I'm hoping to get the Super Monster set up so it's the best of both worlds. It may take some investigating to figure all that out, but I'm up for the challenge. So chill, so chill. With this bike, it's like nothing, dude. Whoa. Okay, my braking fingers are getting tired.
tiring my hands a lot. There were some times I was afraid I was like popping my rear tire again, honestly.
Really?
Like there were some harsh hits. I don't know what the heck. I have 30 PS on the rear, so it's not like... Oh, so good. So chill. Oh man. We're about to hit Dirt Merchant. First part, Dirt Merchant's super good, but on this bike, I have no idea what this is gonna be like, man. Let's try it out on the Boostmonster.
Now, Dirt Merchant is my favorite flow trail out here at Whistler. And now you've seen me ride A-Line earlier this video with this bike, and sure, it was working well. But what's interesting is Dirt Merchant was actually surprisingly good on this bike. Something about it just seemed to work well with this heavy monster bike.
The sun's right in my eyes. Okay. Let's do it. There we go. Whoa. Oh, that was hilarious. Yo, drop again. Okay, the sun's right in my face. Couldn't see anything. Wow.
So for the lower part of Dirt Merchant here, it gets a bit flat and pedally. So I always have to pedal a lot just to clear these last jumps. So that's why I was really unsure about how the Boostmonster would be here. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that I had no problem clearing any of them.
Oh, oh, frick. That was so sketch.
What was it?
Tiring.
Nice.
Did you just take a drink out of that, or? Oh, this is beautiful. That's it. Right there.
The kind of jumps the Boostmonster likes will be the bigger, longer lips. Shorter, steeper lips will be a bit more awkward because of the higher center of gravity. The high stance I have on this thing going into a little lip can make it a bit weird. Though maybe the suspension kind of helps, not too sure. But you know what, A-Line was still working quite well. I just have to say, Dirt Merchant was noticeably better though.
That's tough to beat, man.
It's just for this one, like you can, so I'm getting nervous on some of the steeper jumps. I hit the brakes before, kind of like how I used to do like 10 years ago when I was like, less experienced.
For sure.
Now I'm like doing it again because like,
That little bit of hesitation where it's like...
it's just because I'm afraid of like getting like bucked somewhat. Oh, frick. But yeah, some of those landings are nice and cushy though. You just have to deal with 50 pounds going up it though.
My riding buddies are pretty much done for today, but I'm still down to do one last run. I want to try out Whistler downhill, as well as the jumps and drops on Dwayne Johnson. I think that's going to feel really sick on this thing. A local rider named Patrick is going to join me.
Yeah, it felt like I'm like banging my rims into some stuff there. Got a lot of weight here. Oh, Okay, what happened there? Frick. Dude, I almost wiped out. I like dinged up in the front. I like almost like washed out. That was really sketch. It was just that whole compression downward. Cause it happens when I'm on my other bikes too, where I'll like bottom out or something down there. Yep. I did not bottom out at all here, but like something happened. Something really harsh in my fork. That sucks. Yeah. Some of these like rocks are just like smacking on this wheel. Maybe I really do need more air pressure. Yo. Oh, we can go straight. There are some other factors at play here aside from needing more air in my tires. Some I can think of off the top of my head is the oil weight in the fork. I currently have 10 weight oil, or the shim stacking inside the open bath cartridge. Is it even working properly, or should it get changed? Or getting better springs, since I consider these ones a little bit heavy for my weight. But this is all part of the testing process, identifying problems and figuring out how to fix them. And the goal, as I mentioned, is to create the greatest freeride downhill bike in the world. I didn't say it would be easy. I didn't say it would be a quick and simple build. There's more to learn, so I got to keep riding this bike and figure it all out. But now, let's contrast that tech with some big jumps and drops. All right. So chill. This drop is gonna feel amazing. Dropping in. Sick. So good. That was actually sick. See, that is what this bike is for. Are you serious? That's it? Oh my goodness. But I really want it to work well on the tech. For some of this stuff right here, I'm definitely holding myself back because of what might happen, as you've seen earlier in the video. But some trails like Original Sin, at least for the first half of it, I thought were working really well. The flow trails were working quite good as well. Okay. Jank, man. Despite the fact that I had not so much time in the day to ride, it was all I needed to really learn a few things about this bike for next time. Now I know I'm gonna need to try higher air pressures in both the rear and front tires. And another thought that came to my mind was foam inserts, such as Cush Core. Thanks for the final lap. I'm gonna try and get those ready for the next time I come to Whistler. Though the next training grounds I'm gonna take this bike to will be the Sun Peaks Bike Park. I have a hunch that it's gonna work really well out there. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I just think some of the trails are just gonna be so sick. Otherwise, my brakes are working really well. The rear shock feels great. Unfortunately, that spring is rubbing again, so that pisses me off. I guess I could still ride it, and otherwise I'm still getting to know what this fork likes and doesn't like. I'm really learning a lot here, and I hope you guys are stoked to keep following this whole process. I've got a playlist right here so you can follow along with the whole Boostmonster bike series. Or if you just like to see more Whistler content, check out this playlist right here. Thanks everyone, and I will see you guys next time.